Hey there, this is Napier here, and in this video I'll give you a walkthrough of the email marketing solution called InstaMailer. This works amazingly well if you want to send broadcasts, autoresponder series if you want to segment your users, automate a lot of things in your business, and so on and so forth. So let me jump into a new InstaMailer members area and I'll show you exactly how this works. Okay, so InstaMailer is part of our bigger InstaSuite solution, but even if you have InstaSuite, you can still get and use InstaMailer. The way this works is that when you first land, you land in your dashboard where you see all these different graphs and information about how many lists you have, how many subscribers you have, and how many emails have you actually sent out. There are a few different ways to collect leads. Let's talk about that first. The first method is using opt-in forms. If you have a WordPress website or if you're using any of the landing page builder, for example, you can create opt-in forms within InstaSuite and you can collect those leads from other places as well. Just the way Aweber and GetResponse has this functionality, you can use custom fields as well that we're building in, which will allow you to collect leads along with other information as well. And then we have the ability to, first of all, create an edit list. So when you go in, you'll be able to create a new list quite quickly. Let me do that right now. You can choose your from name and your from email address, as well as some description about the list if you want, and your signature too. And you can activate this so when someone joins your list, you can get notification on that as well. Now, when you have created your list, you can start adding sequences to it. So sequences are autoresponder sequences. Let me click here. In this case, if someone signs up on your list, you ideally want to send them some kind of initiation series that will help them understand more about your business and how you can help them. So in this case, you can add an email which they received immediately when they sign up. And when you're done with this, you can either preview and test it yourself, you can check the spam score, or you can save it. And then after day 0, you can send another one, say after 2 days. So after 2 days, that another email goes out, which really typically acts as an autoresponder in this case, and you can see some detailed statistics as well that will help you understand how people are reacting to your autoresponder series. So that's the second thing. Then when I go back to creating an edit list, you will see an ability here to create segments as well. And this is really powerful and really important when you have a lot of leads and you want to market to them differently. So for example, I could choose this list, for example, and I could create a new segment and say, let's target people based on their name, the email address, the date they were added, last open, last clicked, open or didn't open, clicked or didn't click. And this way I can target exactly the kind of people who perhaps didn't open a particular campaign or who didn't click on a particular link that I sent to them, and I can target them differently based on their behavior. This is advanced stuff, but really powerful stuff that will allow you to do more with your email marketing as well. And as we return back to creating an edit list, you'll see another thing here called automations. This is something that we recently added and it's really powerful. Imagine when someone joins your list and when they then join, they buy a product from you, they join another list. You really don't want to be sending them emails from the initial list because they have now bought your product and they moved on to a newer list. So what you can do in this case is you can create automation, which means that you can select that when someone, let's say from this list, gets added, then they would automatically get deleted from other lists. So this way you can automatically move people around in your autoresponders and make sure they don't get email for 2 different campaigns at the same time. Again, very advanced and very powerful as well. Then we have the ability to also do a list cleanup. Now this is a quick thing which will allow you to, based on subscriber action, either move them to another list or delete them from the main list. So for example, let's say if I want to move people who have not opened or clicked since this date, and I want to do that from this list and I want to move them to this list. This would allow me to automatically segregate users that are not active anymore. And instead of deleting them from the system altogether, I could simply move them and target them with a new autoresponder series. So again, very advanced feature, very powerful feature as well. Now, When it comes to adding subscribers, one of the methods, as I showed you, is the opt-in form. There are other ways you can do it as well. You can manually add a subscriber. You can import your subscribers in CSV format as well. We don't check as long as you're doing a clean thing. We ask you that you have the permission, and that's okay. You can export them as well, and when you import them, you can check exactly how your import is going. There's no restriction on how many people you can import. It is limited by your account type, but in this case, you can either paste the names and emails here, or you can upload a CSV and you can decide which fields you want to populate. So just the emails or the names and emails as well. And if you have some emails that you send out are really good and you want to reuse them in future, you can go here and you can click on saved emails and you can check out those emails as well and reuse them in future if so you want. The final thing that you need to know is about the SMTP. Now, InstaMailer is a front-end solution for sending emails, which means we don't have our own SMTP. And to be fair, I couldn't really offer it at that price, which you now have. So in this case, you can go in and you can also integrate with your own SMTP. At the moment, we have Mailgun integrated. We can integrate SendGrid, Mandrill, SparkPost, and any other SMTP. You can even build your own and hook this up. And typically that's what we do. We build our own. Our costs are really low. So don't worry if you are watching this and you want to build your own. We give you some training on that as well. But in short, this is how InstaMailer works. You can also blacklist email addresses you don't want to mail, blacklist domains which are maybe prone to get you flagged because of spam. You can blacklist IP addresses as well. So you can also block role-based email addresses. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with InstaMailer, and we have tons more things planned. One of the cool parts about getting access to InstaMailer now is that we have a lot of these different things which you see in blue that we have planned for the list builder part of this platform, and they'll continue to be added. Your platform will continue to get upgraded with new features along the way. So go ahead, and if you haven't already made a decision, get access to InstaMailer right now.